Crashit. Activate Quantum Immortality.
What's going on, guys? It's K-Dub here with another episode of Crypto Zombie. It's Friday. We made it through the week. Hell of a week that we had, guys, but we're here. It's looking like a nice Friday. I'm seeing a lot of green across the board. Everything's looking pretty nice. We don't really have to go into it too much if we give it a quick refresh. And we are going up another $2 billion. So I'll take it, guys. We have Bitcoin at $6,500. And, you know, like Christopher Brown says, buy stocks, crypto, as you would groceries when they're on sale. And we had that video that came out. If you guys didn't see it, it was the one where I had like the Titanic thumbnail and I was like, is this the end, etc. And I told everybody, I was like, this is the time to buy, but probably nobody's going to. But what are you going to do, guys? That's crypto. We're up. Everything's looking good. Bitcoin dominance pulling back. If we have a look at the biggest gainers of the day, holy crap, look at these gains across the board. Cortex, 72%. Actually did an interview with Zichi Chen, if you guys want to check that out. 47% Nano, 45% VeChain, 40% Ontology, 36% Nebulous, Populous still having a great day as well. Pundix, Aeon, Zilliqa, Wanchain, Verge, Polymath. Guys, it's a good day. It's a good day overall. I mean, even if there's a dip after this video, it's still a good day. I will take it. So, moving on, we have retail investors in the US can now purchase an exchange-traded note, so not an ETF, but an ETN, called Bitcoin Tracker 1 under the ticker CXBTF through many traditional brokerage accounts. The ETN has been around since 2015, but until now has only been traded on the Nasdaq Stockholm Exchange in Sweden. So guys, maybe we don't need the ETF after all. I mean, it'll help. Of course it'll help. But I think it's good that we have this anyway. So just to kind of clarify, ETNs are significantly different than ETFs in their structure. The main difference being that ETNs are debt instruments backed by their issuer. Regardless of their structure, an ETN still tracks Bitcoin's price and is a better option than the currently available Grayscale Bitcoin Investment Trust, which trades at a major premium over Bitcoin. So the thing that you have to also note is that all of these notes are backed by physical Bitcoin purchased by a subsidiary of CoinShares Holdings. So put simply, guys, an ETN is another way for investors to get exposure to an asset without having to deal with the custody of said asset. ETNs are essentially debt instruments that are backed by their issuers. We covered that. They therefore don't have to deal with the same level of security as an ETF since they don't hold the underlying asset. So that's really good news. I know we're all waiting on this big ETF, but I'll take an ETN. You know, I'll take it. You're seeing a lot of positive news today. It's probably because everything's in the green. This is when everybody comes out and it's all of a sudden it's sunshine and rainbows again, right, guys? But you know, it's all right. It's all right. So we have 3 reasons why it's not all doom and gloom in the crypto world. So obviously we have ICE entering the crypto space with Backed. They go on to talk about putting blockchain on the road. So you do have Volkswagen flirting with cryptocurrencies and IOTA in particular for some time. That is other good news as well. And then you also have the final one, which is the SWB to launch an initial coin offering platform and cryptocurrency exchange. So kind of a lot to read. I'll drop this in the description below if you guys are interested. So, as Chipacap reported several weeks ago, Nasdaq held a secretive meeting with Gemini and other representatives from the crypto sphere on how to best validate the industry. So I don't know if you guys remember that. Remember it was the secret Nasdaq meeting, and we weren't sure if that was the whole thing with ICE or what was going on. But essentially it says, now according to the ICO Journal, Nasdaq and Gemini are taking their relationship to the next level, further increasing the likelihood of Nasdaq listing digital tokens. Based on information provided by 2 sources close to both Gemini and the Winklevoss brothers, the ICO Journal speculates that Gemini and Nasdaq are well on their way to creating a joint venture that will allow both Nasdaq and Gemini to list tokens on a global scale. Both sources allege that plans are underway that could see Nasdaq list some of the world's biggest cryptocurrencies. Now, it does say provided by 2 sources close to them, so this may may fall under the category of speculation at this point, but it is a possibility, and it's something to definitely keep your hopes up for as well. But the one thing that I will note is you still have Binance LCX has announced the launch of a new fiat to crypto exchange in Liechtenstein. Yeah, I don't know. Binance LCX is a partnership between the leading cryptocurrency exchange and the Liechtenstein crypto assets exchange LCX. So the exchange will offer trading of Swiss francs and euros against major cryptocurrency pairs. More trading pairs should be added to the future, subject to regulatory approval. Sorry if I butchered the name, guys, but that's good news as well. I mean, it's just kind of a smaller country, right? But hey, Binance is just in the news every single day. They're doing their stuff in Malta. They're getting their DEX out. They're getting their chain out early. Lots of stuff coming out of Binance as well. Moving on to some really quick crypto news, guys. So we do have coming out of Gelarita. It says lightweight contracts and transaction vouchers are now released on the testnet. Ardor version 2.1.0e is experimental release, mandatory upgrade for testnet nodes only. But that's some news for Ardor. You also have Ripple, again, in the news. So it says Ripple has endorsed 3 cryptocurrency exchanges as its preferred partners for transacting with X-Rapid Payment Service, which uses the cryptocurrency XRP. So this was announced yesterday. So Bittrex, Bitso, and Coins.ph will now serve as Ripple's preferred digital asset exchanges as part of effort to build out the XRP ecosystem. The firm is essentially encouraging all of its clients in the US, Mexico, and Philippines to use those 3 exchanges, respectively, for sending funds using its X-Rapid service. So in the US, they're saying, the gold standard, our official partner is Bittrex. So any bank can go to Bittrex and have guaranteed liquidity on the spot, trade their dollars for XRP, zip over to Mexico to Bitso, our preferred partner there, and convert to Mexican pesos. So when you think about utilizing XRP as a vehicle for transportation, essentially, for quick movement of money. A lot of people bash Ripple. I mean, I'm not really the biggest Ripple fan myself over here, but utilizing the X-Rapid technology, utilizing XRP just for quick transfer and then turning it back into something else, that's not a bad use case to say the least, guys. So also, I just kind of wanted to point out, we have right here the Elastos Alpha. So this is basically a demonstration of how to build end-to-end demo dApp. This is a great resource for developers who want to develop quickly, get started writing on the Elastos dApp. So essentially, this probably doesn't concern most average people, but if you are a developer and you're interested, this is like a 20-minute video. It goes into all different things. I mean, I'm not a developer myself, guys, but if you're interested, I'll drop a link below as well. We also have Factom. Now, Factom is a crypto that I have not talked about, or to be honest, heard about in quite some time. When I first got into cryptocurrency, Factom was everywhere. Everyone was talking about it. It was to the moon, and yeah, I haven't really heard much about it. So my point for bringing this up is that Factom's Reddit is now having an AMA that's going to be going on all weekend long. So for the next 3 days, they're going to have 24 hours a day. They got devs on different parts of the world. Ask any questions you want, guys. AMAs. I'm all about getting involved. Check that out. I'll leave a link below. We also have Waltonchain and the government-approved Walton Blockchain Institute are actively participating in Korea's plan to accelerate the development of blockchain in Korea. This is really great news. I always say ever since that Korea FUD came out, it's just a real sigh of relief almost to just hear that things are kind of loosening up over there and to hear some of that positive news. And I'm really glad to hear Walton, getting their toes wet over there as well. Also, guys, I wanted to talk about Matrix. So they have their 50,000 transaction per second demo. You can come over here to the blog on Medium. And if we scroll down here, they actually have the test right here. So I'm obviously not going to play this for you guys, but they basically show you on the test net. Well, actually, it's not even the test net, so that is something to note. It's still internal. So as you can see, that's basically it right there. They also, if you come over to the website, you can access the speed test data right here, which is literally on their website. And if you guys didn't have an opportunity to catch the the interview that I did yesterday with Owen, the CEO. Definitely check it out. We discussed it. So the one thing, though, that you do have to note is that they're doing 50,000 transactions per second, but it's not even on the test net yet. So obviously when you're in these controlled environments, it's really easy to like scale super high because there's no stress on the network. But as stress gets put onto the network, then we're going to really have to see how this handles, out in the real world, essentially. But you got to give it to this guy. Anybody who wears a real eyes, the Tupac thing, pretty cool. Got to give it to him. OG. So anyway, guys, I wanted to also say for everyone out there I know it's been tough, especially for all of these coins, Icon as well, but they've come out recently with icon.ist, so it's the ICONist, with a the, and it says, you've asked for more news about Icon, so today we've launched the ICONist, the first dedicated news site for the Icon Republic. So this kind of is like Neo News. They have Ella News for Elastos. Now you have Icon News. So you go to the ICONist. There you go. So now we have our own website, purely 100% dedicated to Icon. I will be checking this out quite frequently. Also, Zombie Battleground. So I've been getting pretty interested in these games lately. This is the Loom Network. Blockchain gaming kind of took me by storm. I didn't really take it seriously at first because, the graphics really don't look that good in comparison to playing something on Xbox or PlayStation, for example. So you come over here and you look at this and you see that basically it's somewhat of it's like a card game, kind of looks like a Magic the Gathering type thing, but you can attack, you have different cards, different things of that nature. So they do describe, though, that this particular release of it, they say look at it as if it's a house that's not fully built just yet. But if you want to check it out, they have some previews of the gameplay right here. So, zooming in on this. Yeah, it's like your typical kind of battle game, You just basically use cards and cast spells, attacks, and stuff of that nature. So, yeah, there you guys go. Blockchain gaming. I think blockchain gaming, blockchain collectibles, things like that, I think they're going to do quite well. So, before we move on to the news, guys, I just wanted to real quick talk about Richard Hart. So, I'm not like, this is not like bashing him or anything. I just think it's funny. I've been following this guy for quite some time, but for the past 2 days, he's been having this like girl in a bikini come onto his show, and literally this is how the video starts out. This is literally how it starts out.
All right. So, guys, it's
So, yeah, I don't know. Richard Hart, he's like kind of like a Bitcoin maximalist dude if you guys haven't watched him. But so now he has girls just coming on the show and everything like that. So I wonder, would my ratings, would I have more viewers if I just had a scantily clad woman on the other side over there and we just went over the news together? I mean, I don't know. Sex sells. Let's give it a quick refresh. 151. So what is he doing? Yeah, so he's had 100, 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, what are the odds? Yeah, there you go, guys. Sex sells. So Richard Hart, I don't know. I just thought it was kind of funny. Yeah, moving on. So we do have some adoption for today. We have UPS eyes at blockchain technology to optimize logistics delivery. So according to documents published by the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office on Thursday, UPS, on the basis of Georgia, filed a patent application that uses blockchain technology and distributed ledger technology to route packets through the international supply chain, which may include several operators. Actually, this is a little known fact for you guys. You guys know that I used to work for UPS when I was a kid? I used to work in the doghouse where they had all the packages come out, and it was like super fast paced. It was this really old, they might even be the same system now, I don't know, and it's like a number system, and you got to put everything on the shelves really fast, and it's really fast paced. And this is a really off topic, but I ended up eventually just quitting because you had to get up at like 2 o'clock in the morning to go to the job, and it was like a summer job. I was a kid, but yeah, anyway. The report quotes there may be scenarios in which it's advantageous for different logistics service providers to transport a shipping unit along different leg segments from its sources to its destination. So after the package has been scanned into the packaging object, the system will automatically select the route based on the offerings of the provider's services related to the connection of the network. As the package is sent to the destination, shipping information will be recorded in the block registry, which will allow the system to access whether service providers are meeting obligations on their respective service offerings. So there you go, UPS getting on the blockchain, guys. We also have Mark Cuban-backed Unikrn ICO getting hit by a class action lawsuit. So I don't know if you guys remember Mark Cuban, he was all about Unikrn. So it's a Seattle-based esports betting startup that conducted its ICO last year, now facing a class action lawsuit. So Las Vegas resident and lead plaintiff Josh Hastings filed the case at a court in Washington state on August 13, alleging that Unikrn and its founders, Rahul Sood, sold unregistered securities to the public via the ICO for its blockchain-based Unikoin Golg tokens. Hastings, a participant in the ICO, argued that the UKG tokens should be treated as securities since investors were led to expect that tokens would increase in value and become more worth than the virtual currencies have invested. Oh, boo-hoo, poor John, you lost money on an ICO, buddy. Suck it up. Welcome to crypto. Everybody loses money every day. We don't go crying to the regulators like, oh, I lost money. Just suck it up. Like, really, we've all lost money. I'm tired of these crybabies like, I bought an ICO and I didn't make money. A lot of people didn't make money in ICOs, guys. That's the point. That's why they're risky. That's why everybody says not a financial advisor. Be careful. Watch where you put your money. Yeah, like, Jesus, these are, I don't know, these just make me pissed off. I can't stand crybabies in the crypto space. Like, sometimes you lose money. It happens. Get over it. Anyway, moving on. Speaking of ICOs, we have top 5 ICO mistakes. This came out from Mirhead. So the top 5, and this is according to them. I'm sure there's a lot more mistakes I can think of. But we have poor website, lazy marketing, communication, focused on money only, socks? So I'll drop this in the description below. You guys can have a good read at that as well. Also, so yesterday, before we go, we had that little Steve Jobs clip, which was really cool. This one's not as cool, but I kind of started going down a rabbit hole of like old internet tech and stuff like that after my video because I got real interested. I found this really awesome 1997 interview with Jeff Bezos. First of all, you guys hear that, like, cringeworthy 90s type music?
Hey there, who are you?
I'm Jeff Bezos.
And what is your claim to fame?
I'm the founder of Amazon.com.
Where did you get an idea for Amazon.com?
So it's an interesting thing, but I want to just kind of fast forward to the end real quick when he asks him about the internet. Now you have to think, this is 1997, so think about how crazy this guy seemed, right? I'm going to sell books electronically, right? So,
Well,
let's see what he says right here.
well, it's an exciting place to be on the web right now.
Oh, it absolutely is. I mean, it's just incredible. This is what's really incredible about this is that this is day one. This is the very beginning. This is the Kitty Hawk stage of electronic commerce. We're moving forward in so many different areas, and lots of different companies are as well. And the late 20th century is just a great time to be alive. You know, we're going to find out that I think a millennia from now, people are going to look back and say, wow, the late 20th century was really a great time to be alive on this planet.
Okay, no, but I just thought that was crazy, and it's just funny. You see these visionaries, and you think of people in crypto, and you think of how early we are, the early adopters, and it's a rough road, it's a rough patch, there's doom and gloom, there's days where you just don't want to even get out of bed looking at, you know, crypto, and then there's other days where you wake up and you're like, yeah, this is going to work. This is going to work, you know? So that's why I stick it out. That's why I stay here every single day. So I'll drop that below. Have a good look at that as well. And before we go, I got some practical jokers around here, don't we? Anyway, that being said, guys, I want to say thank you so much for coming back to my channel. You guys are awesome. It's Friday. It's the weekend. Go enjoy yourself. Turn this video off. What are you guys doing watching crypto? Go out there and throw a football around or something. Have a picnic. That being said, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for coming back to my channel. I love every single one of you that keeps liking, subscribing, commenting. Everyone that's been hopping in the Telegram chat below. You guys are great. Thanks for coming back. My name's K-Dub. This is Crypto Zombie. Until next time, stay crypto. And peace out.
Never will regret my past, but now my past what brings me hell.